Yeah, that. You made me a liar for a moment there. Okay, let's start with this. We have 1 March there, right? I'm just revising everything in case you guys forgot. On 1 March, these two people owe us that much. So that's why we went to their accounts for Endlamini. And we said this is a debtors ledger. Debtors ledger, it breaks down how much each debtor owes us. Did you guys write that down? It breaks down how much each debtor owes us. So Endlamini will owe us more. Whenever they owe us more, we'll increase it on the debit side. When they owe us less, we'll decrease it on the credit side. But at the beginning of the month, you will start with the balances. The balances don't go to the debit or credit. They go straight under balances column. That's it. You got it? Okay. So we did that for Endlamini. We also did it for Ukubeka. So it goes straight to the balance. It doesn't go to the debit or credit. It goes straight to the balance. Can I continue? I don't know if we discussed these balances. Did we discuss these balances here? We didn't. Okay, let's not discuss them even now. We spoke about the fact that we made credit sales, and I said to you, credit sales are always recorded in the debtors journal. Please remember that credit sales are, what does credit sales mean though? When we sell goods on credit, that's what it means. So on the 3rd, we sold goods on credit to Ukubeka. The selling price was 550 and the cost price was 450. And we gave Ukubeka that invoice, which is invoice 01. So do we agree that it qualifies to be recorded in the debtors journal? So we're going to have in on the 3rd, you write the name of the debtor, which is Ukubeka. Under sales, you'll write the selling price of those goods, and under cost of sales, you will write the cost price of those goods. So it means we bought these goods for 450 and we sold them for 550. How much profit did we make there? It's 100 Rand. Do you see that? We made 100 Rand profit. But the thing is, this 550 doesn't stop here. What must we do with that 550 selling price? We're going to go to the account of Ukubeka and write the date, which is the 3rd. Under details, you will write the document number, which is in 01. And under folio, you will write DJ. But will I record it on the debit and credit or credit, and why? Why debit? Why are they owing more? They buying again on credit. So for as long as they keep on buying on credit, their debt will go up. And when it goes up on the debit side by 550. I asked the previous task, why do we write 550 and not 550? They'll always owe us the selling price. They can never owe us the cost price. Does it make sense though? Like these cookies that you just made here, if it cost you 5 Rand to make them, are you gonna sell them to me for 5 Rand? You'll sell them for 6 Rand. So how much am I gonna owe you? Will I owe you the 5 Rand? I'll owe you what you sold them for, which is the 6 Rand. So that is why it'll increase what Ukubeka owes us from 800 to 1,350. So the reason why I say it's 1,350, how did I get it? I took the 800 and I added it with the 550. Please remember, guys, I used to like doing this. I don't know why I haven't done it this year. Debit means plus, credit means minus. Okay, so here we plus. So I took this 800 and I added it with the 500. You add these two, and they will give you a new balance on the 3rd, which will be 1,350. Got it? Let's move to the next one. I know you guys have done this. I just need to refresh your memory. On the 12th, we sent an invoice. For sending an invoice, please note that when we send an invoice, it means it's either we send an invoice or we issue an invoice. It means someone is buying goods from us on credit. Okay, but they told you more. They said it was invoice 02 to Endlamini for goods which he bought on credit. For goods which he bought on credit from VC Clothing for 980 and the cost price is 920. So that transaction still qualifies to be recorded in the debtors journal. Under invoice number, we'll have invoice 02, which is on the 12th. Under data, we wrote Endlamini. Under selling price, we wrote the selling price of the goods, which was 980. And under cost price, we wrote the cost price, which was 920. With this 980, we didn't end it there. We took it further. We took it to the account of Endlamini. And then it does its own thing. Endlamini, there it is. So we start with the date, which is the 12th. Under details, you write invoice 02. Under folio, you write DJ. Do I write it on debit or credit? We write it on the debit. So what is the new balance now? How did we get it? It's what? What did we add? It's 1,500 plus 980. All right? That's how we got that 2,480. And then you just stop right there. The next one, though, is a little bit tricky. On the 26th, we supplied merchandise to Endlamini for 2,500. The cost price is 1,500. Then they say a cash sales slip. I will highlight this because it's key. For half the amount was issued. The part that I highlighted in green, do you think it qualifies to go to the debtors journal? Where does it go? It goes to the cash receipts journal. Highlight it and write, this goes to the cash receipts journal. And this one here, a credit invoice, which was in for 03 for the remainder was issued. Where will that go to? The one in orange, where will it go to? Goes to the debtors journal. You're right. Even worse, they give you the invoice number. So what are we going to have in the debtors journal? I'm going to have in 03, and then I'm going to have 26. Who was the debtor again? Endlamini. Sales. Gotcha then. Let me just enjoy the cookies. What do we have, guys? Tembisa, are you fine with that? 1,250. You sure? How did she get it? Divided by 2. Now tell me cost of sales, Tembisa. And whose account am I going to go to? Endlamini. Date. Invoice 03. Details. Folio, sorry. DJ, debit or credit? Debit, because Endlamini is going to owe us more. But how much more? 1,250. And you're going to have, in total, his will end up owing us 3,730. The next one, it says, issued invoice 04 to you, Kubeka, for goods sold on credit, 640. The cost price is 540. I think that one is obvious. Wait, guys, we haven't recorded the green part. The green part goes to the CRJ. Guys, document number, when you sell goods, the document that you use will be CRT. It stands for cash register tape. Or they normally call it CRR, which stands for cash register roll. CRR, cash register roll. 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 I'm so too sorry. My R is bad. It's a cash register roll. And we have 26 sales. Under analysis of receipts, we will have 1,250. Under bank, we'll have 1,250. Under sales, we'll still have 1,250. Under cost of sales, how much are we going to have? Do you guys understand why we have 1,250 under bank? Bank, yes. That's how much we are receiving. We won't receive the cost price. We are receiving the selling price. That's a good one. Can I go to the one on the 29th now? Do we all agree that it goes to the debtors journal? And when we record it in the debtors journal, we'll start with invoice 04. Day will be the 29th. Under data, what do I write? Under selling price. Under cost price, 514. And you might as well total this up. Did you guys total them up? Okay, let me just continue, guys. We're gonna record it here, right? We're gonna record it there, right? What do I start with? 29, then invoice 04, folio, DJ, debit or credit, 640, right? What's the new balance? What's the new balance? Highlight it. When we come here, what are we gonna write? Endler meaning, amount. How much? Here you put in the amount that Endlamini will owe by the 31st of March 2021. That's what you will put in the debtors list. Is the total. You know what? Going back to that total, do we all agree that that 3,000, this thing, that 3,000 what? 730. Do we agree is the total? I've had people doing this. I'm just showing you. I'm not saying you must do it. I've had people taking this, adding it with that, adding it with that, and then getting a total. Are you aware when you do that, you're double adding? Because already everything has been added. So can I safely say that that 3,730, it is the total amount that Endlamini will owe as at the 31st of March 2021. And we agree that when we go to the debtors ledger, Endlamini was the first one. So you will write it like this, guys. Endlamini, then you write DL1. Then you write the total amount that Endlamini will be owing. Let's start with you, Kubeka. What about you, Kubeka? Is DL how much? 1990. Then you can add these two. It'll give you a total debtors amount. In total, your debtors are owing you 5,720. And that 5,720 must be the same balance as the balance brought down in the debtors control account. We will do debtors control account shortly. Can I continue, guys? Okay, now I'm gonna make you write long sentences. Do you see this 3,000 here? Before I do that, guys, Unati Kubeka is DL what? 2. So you will start with that. And Lamini is DL1. Do you see that 3,420 under sales? This is what you will do with it. It basically represents the total amount that you're owed for this month, okay? For the month. I need you to highlight that. So what are we going to do with that total amount owed for the month? We will record it on the debit side of debtors control, and then again on the credit side of sales. So that's what you will do. You will record it on the debit side of debtors control and the credit side of sales. So what do we do with this? What did I say we're going to do with that 3,420? Debit side off and credit side off? Let's do that. Let's do that. We're going to record it on the debit side of debtors control. Debit side of debtors control. So where is our debtors control? Here it is. Already there was a balance for debtors control, right? Which was 2,300. But did you see, do you know how they got that 2,300? At the beginning of the month, we had only two debtors. One was owing us 1,500 and the other one was owing us 800. When you add those two, how much do you get? 2,300. So when you add the balances of your debtors, it'll give you the total of your debtors control. Debtors control is like the main account that records everyone that is owing us. Everyone that is owing us. It has that balance, but now it's going to increase by that 6,000, how much? 3,420. Why is our debtors control increasing? I wrote it there at the top. This account is an asset account, number one. Number two, it increases at selling price on the debit side. It increases at selling price on the debit side when we sell goods on credit, and it decreases on the credit side when a debtor repays their debts. So I said you're going to record it on the debit side of debtors control. And where else? Credit side of sales. We record it on the credit side of sales because sales is income. And income increases at selling price when goods are sold. So we already had a balance for sales. We normally call it balance brought forward because it's income. For income, we don't use balance brought down. We use balance brought forward, which is BF. Our balance brought forward was 10,600. You don't have to leave space like I've done here. And then you're going to put in 31 March, debtors control, debtors journal. The amount will be that 3,420. Did you guys notice that under sales, it is debtors control? Right? I'll come back to this. But under debtors control, what is it? It is sales. But it is sales that comes from where? DJ. Okay? DJ stands for? Thank you. May I please have more scones? 1 again. It's fine. I'll take them after when I leave. They're very nice, actually. And then I'm done with that. I'm going to come to this. What do I do with this? This is what you're going to do. It represents the total cost price of goods sold on credit for the month. that really doesn't help us. This amount must be recorded on the debit side of cost of sales, highlighted, and on the credit side of trading stock. As we record them, I'll explain why. They call it debtors others, but it's a silent B. Just let me know when you're done. Are you guys writing? Are you guys writing tomorrow? Oh, sure. Are you all going? Oh, you're not going. Oh. Cheers. You guys are done? What did I say? What did I say I will do with that amount? 266. So now here's why we report it on the debit side of cost of sales. Cost of sales, first of all, it's an expense. It increases at cost price when more stock is sold. So whenever we sell goods, cost of sales will increase at cost price on the debit side, and it will decrease at cost price when we sell less. I don't like less, but normally it's when goods are returned. It will decrease when goods are returned. That's it. As I've said, it's an expense account. Already we had a balance of 11,000 on the debit side. So that 11,000 will increase by trading stock. So cost of sales always goes with trading stock. You just write 31 there. You don't have to write 2021 March again. So you have trading stock from the DJ, and the amount will be 2660. The other account that is affected. We normally say it's the contra account. So if we debit cost of sales, we credit trading stock. So there's always a debited account and there's always a credited account all the time. Okay. So it means we're going to go to trading stock. But trading stock, though, it should be easy to understand. Trading stock is a stock that we buy in order to resell at a higher price, right? So our trading stock increases at cost price when more stock is bought, and it decreases at cost price when more stock is sold. Now, do you understand why it decreases when we sell? Do you? How you have two scones, you sell one. How many scones are you left with? So that's why your trading stock decreases when you sell, because stock is what you bought in order to sell at a higher price. So it'll go down when you sell. So here it will decrease at 2,660. And now I took my time to explain that for you. That 2,660 is the cost of goods or trading stock sold on credit. Can I continue, guys? Okay. We'll come back to that. Let's go to CRJ. We're going to do the same thing. Normally sales will go with bank, okay? Normally sales will go with bank. So we debit bank, we credit sales. So with that 1,250, we are going to record it on the credit side of sales, but we also record it on the debit side of bank. But because bank was not asked here, I'll just focus on sales. We are going to record it on the credit side of sales. And the 750 will be recorded on the debit side of cost of sales and the credit side of trading stock. We together, right? You guys are done? So let's start with that 1,250. We will record it on the credit side of sales, as I've said, because sales is income and income is increasing. But you don't write debtors control for it. Instead, what do you write? You write bank and then CRJ. And the amount for that will be 1,250. Taking your total, your sales total to 15,270. Can I continue? And then what did I say about that cost of sales figure of 750? So check this out. You will still write trading stock, but under folio, instead of DJ, what do you write? CRJ. And the amount will be 750. And then you just get the total. You will write it on the debit side of cost of sales. And that is because cost of sales increases at cost price whenever we sell. It increases at cost price of whatever we're selling. So whether we're selling it for cash or credit, it will increase at cost price. It will increase your cost of sales. Credit will be DJ, cash will be CRJ. Which other account will be affected? What must happen to it? Decrease, right? Decrease. Now let it decrease. Why? Is the stuff we sold. But here we sold the stuff for cash. And then you can just balance them off. I'm sure by now, guys, you know how to balance off, right? So that balancing figure will be balance brought down. Okay, guys, my time is up. I'm going home. Tell the world that I'm going home. Trading stock be fine, right? Do we balance off debtors control? Let's balance it off. So do you see that balance brought down is the same as which one? The one in the debtors list. They must be the same. If they're not the same, you must just know that there's something wrong. Must be the same as the total in your debtors list. Okay, that's it. Oh, you meant the trial balance? No, I'm just gonna do the general ledger. Trial balance, no. No, I won't put a trial balance. What did I send to you guys as? Was the trial balance there? Just one.